Love is coming back. Love is coming back. Love is coming back. Love is coming back.
Alright guys, this is Ducky from Imagineyourgoddess, and I'm bringing you an Aqua deck profile. This is going to be a Revonn. So yeah, my starter is Officer Cadet Eric. He's the generic grade 3 searcher for him. I prefer him over any other ones because I sometimes have trouble hitting my transcore dragons, and this helps a lot. Next, I play 4 of the, you could say key card of the deck, but it's not in my opinion. Revonn. He's Limit Break 4, Counter Blast 1. When he's doing an attack, it attacks a Vanguard. If you have, basically, if your whole front row is at rest, this gains plus 3k and plus 1 crit. And the other one is a act ability, Counter Blast 1 plus 2k. Helps her hit magic numbers. Usually I like to do both effects because that'd be 16 and it'd be hitting numbers. And then Lord. Lord doesn't really care. Next, 4 Transcore Dragons. I'm missing 2 of them. I hope to get them soon, but for now it's okay. They're just proxy. This is the break ride. When an Aqua unit rides on this, plus 10k, and gains an effect. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, your opponent may choose a card in his hand and discard it. If he or she does not do it, that card gets plus 1 crit, and your opponent can't call units to the Guardian Circle. So basically, when you break ride, this becomes 21 with abilities 26, and up to triple crit if your opponent does not drop a card from their hand, which is pretty good, in my opinion. Next for the grade 2s, 4 10ks, main ride target, nothing to say about them, great attackers. Next, 4 Twin Stripe Brave Shooters. He's a 12k attacker when you have 2 or less rear guards in rest position. This is including himself, so if he's like the first attack with the booster, it still becomes a 12k. So yeah, but if you had, let's say, like him at rest and then 2 your boosters at rest, because maybe you had him stand, you get plus 3k. So it doesn't get the plus 3k. I don't know. This is the last grade 2, Titan of the Beam Rifle. Yeah. He's an 11k attacker when you have a Vanguard or Rear Guard with Limit Break. So basically, when you're at grade 3, he's an 11k attacker. Basic. Oh, grade 1s. 4 Tier 9 Theos, 8k booster, main ride target, everything good. Next, 4 Mercenary Brave Shooters. He's the same effect as him, but grade 1 version, and becomes a 10k attack. So this is pretty good. It's good for rushing. Yeah, that's always good. Gotta love rushing your opponent. Next is 4 Perfect Guards. Of course the new art, because this is a lot better than the old art, in my opinion. Next, the last 2 are 2 Light Signal Penguin Soldier. He's the Silver Flame Witch clone. When you call this into Rear Guard, you may Soul Blast 2 to draw a card. I chose him over Dorothea because if I'm at Transcore Dragon, I usually won't attack with all 3 of my with my 2 Rear Guards first, and then my Vanguard. I usually like him because with Revonn, you hit magic numbers with Counter Blast. This would be a 21 column with 1 act ability and then his Limit Break. So that's always a pretty good number in this battle, except for cross rides. Next is 4 heal triggers. And I like this art more than the other one. Next is 4 draws. Basic. This is the basic part. Now here's the interesting one. I run 3 crits and then 5 stands. I chose this lineup because as soon as I hit Revonn, most of the time I'll be attacking with both my rear guard columns first, and that's always good to stand. Definitely if your opponent drops all the cards they guard with, and then you hit him with a stand, you're like, game's over. This one, I never want to run 8 stands. I always like to at least if I hit a crit at a certain time, like let's say he's at like 3 damage and I use Revonn's ability, limit break, so he'd be at triple crit. It's just as soon as I hit it, it's good, and I always love to see it. So problems with this deck: you need to finish on the turn you break ride. Well, you don't need; it's just a lot easier, and is assembling a good field. This is probably my favorite field. Have him in the soul. This column, that. This is good. And then it's a dream field. I've never assembled it like this. It's been similar, especially the game against VAP a few weeks back in the finals. This is always a good column. This is a great column, and this is 19, minimum of 16, and then minimum of 20 if he's the first attack. It's always good numbers. Yeah. And I've always seemed to have a decent amount of hand when I play this deck. I don't know why. And usually, in my years playing, my experience playing Aqua, I usually don't. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And this is Ducky. Peace.